Hvis du lurer på hva jeg heter, så heter jeg Bitte Louise, og hallo! Jeg er så lenge siden jeg har laget en video. Egentlig fordi jeg skulle være mer forberedt om jeg hadde litt grann, men jeg er med at det går veldig fint, så vi bare setter i gang med. Og nå er på Poiret. Ja. Født 7. april 1879 og døde 13. april 1944. Han var en fransk modedesigner og en kom i løp av de 2 første tiårene. Og det jeg fant ut også var at det var video, for det står filmer. Og det er hvilke filmer jeg faktisk var på. Vet du hva vi skal sjekke? Vi skal sjekke YouTube. Videoer. Oi. Vi sjekker her.
Our next design is Poiret, and that's someone who was a little bit different from the designs that I truly enjoy and try to focus on, which is more of that elaborate, glamorous sort of design. However, I chose to note him because of his avant-garde designs and how art and fashion sort of melt together so tightly that you couldn't sort of ignore his influence as far as his artistic expression of fashion. He was born in 1879. His fashion house was Poiret, and again, he was known for his avant-garde designs inspired by Orientalism. If you look at some of the images that I provided within the notes, you can see some of the designs that he was most famous for, some of the shapes that you'll begin to sort of see in the 1920s of sort of this very slimmed down look, whereas Frederick Worth, his designs were big and voluminous, and they were just these very enormous pieces with a lot of internal structure, boning, and these kinds of things, whereas his designs were a lot more relaxed and took a lot of pressure off of women as far as like having to do the corset and the bustle and all these kinds of extra things. If you can see how some of those designs have sort of translated today, we see the harem pants, which we may know as the genie pants, where it's full towards the inseam and more narrow towards the ankle. His most famous design was the minaret or the lampshade dress. If you see the image within the notes, you may understand why it was called a lampshade dress or a lampshade tunic. It looks like a lampshade. Poiret dies in 1944, and his house unfortunately also does not continue. So the first 3 designers so far we've covered, their houses sort of die with them, and they're more known for what they had previously done than what they're currently doing. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Videos are up.
Det var, jeg føler at den hadde mer form. Jeg tar ut det fra meg nå, men jeg har sånn smal i livet, akkurat her liksom. Og jeg tror, hvis jeg ikke tar feil, det kan hende jeg tar feil, men jeg tror var han av de første som lagte den innover svingen. Det kan hende jeg tar helt feil, men ja. Så det var faktisk sinnssykt.
Stop. If you've ever wondered how fashion went from this to this in less than 20 years, then designer Paul Poiret is your answer. He presented a collection in 1908 that liberated women from the tight corset style of the Victorian and Edwardian era and created a new silhouette. Poiret's designs were crucially free-flowing, less restrictive, and less focused on the patriarchal function of accentuating women's bodies, which was a needed development in fashion, as first-wave feminism and the
Så folk som veldig rett I formen på kroppen, så den jeg hvordan skal jeg si det? Det blir mer riktig at han var kanskje en av de første designerne som gjorde det.
Women's suffrage movement gripped Europe. The silhouette was also born out of his lack of formal sewing skills, and he focused on drapery rather than tailoring and pattern making. Poiret combined his new silhouette with Europe's women's suffrage movement gripped Europe. The silhouette was also born out of his lack of formal sewing skills, and he focused on drapery rather than tailoring and pattern making. Poiret combined his new silhouette with Europe's fascination with Orientalism and was wildly popular, using fabrics featuring Asian motifs, creating things such as harem trousers which were wildly popular and seemed exotic to his European consumers. Poiret can also be credited for being the first French fashion designer to release a perfume in 1911, and in the same year, photographer Edward Steichen captured Poiret's garments in what is now considered to be the first ever modern photography shoot. If you've ever wondered how fashion
Fashion? Dæven, dette sykehusstøtte. Ha! Ha! Dæven, dette sykehusstøtte. Ja, vet du hva? Jeg stopper med den videoen her, ja. Altså, vet du hva? Altså, se på de... Lærte jeg noe nytt I denne videoen? Ja, så jeg håper dere også lærte noe nytt om denne videoen. Så snakkes vi veldig snart igjen, og ha det gøy. Så håper jeg dere likte denne videoen, og så snakkes vi veldig snart igjen. Og gjerne abonnere på kanalen, så blir jeg superglad. Og vi snakkes. Ha det!